Every summer, Verena faced the same quiet battle in front of the mirror. She'd pull out her warm weather clothes, hopeful, and end up frustrated. Nothing seemed to sit right. Tops clung in all the wrong places, shorts bunched at the waist, dresses made her feel bigger than she was. As a woman with a short torso and a fuller midsection, she felt like summer style just wasn't made for her. She wasn't alone. Many women over 60 with an apple-shaped figure or a prominent tummy feel the same way, like the fashion world forgot about real, beautiful, aging bodies. But here's the truth. It's not your body that's the problem, it's the outdated style rules you've been handed, and today, we're letting go of all of them. In this video, we're uncovering 7 common summer style mistakes that make dressing harder than it needs to be, and more importantly, what to do instead. These are thoughtful, simple shifts that can instantly improve how you feel in your clothes. No crash diets, no shapewear, no shame. Just smart, graceful dressing made for your shape and your season of life. This is Ageless style for women over 60, a space where fashion meets freedom, and where elegance comes from embracing exactly who you are today. If you're ready to feel more comfortable, more confident, and more radiant every time you step outside, subscribe and join our graceful community. Let's make style joyful again. Mistake number 1: wearing boxy or straight-cut tops. Verena used to reach for boxy tops every summer, thinking, like many of us do, that looser meant slimmer. The logic seemed sound. If something doesn't cling to your body, it won't reveal what you don't want others to see. But every time she caught a photo of herself or passed a reflective shop window, she noticed something odd. Instead of looking more streamlined, she looked heavier, wider, shorter, and somehow older. What was going on? Boxy and straight-cut tops can be deceiving. They might feel like the safest option, covering the tummy, hiding the waist, but they also remove any shape or structure from your silhouette. If you're an apple shape or carry weight around the middle, these tops tend to fall straight down from the bust, creating what stylists call a block effect. That means your natural curves, even the ones you want to highlight, get lost, and your midsection ends up looking larger, not smaller. This is especially true for women with a short torso. When your upper half already has limited vertical space, boxy cuts can visually compress your frame even more. You lose that beautiful line from bust to hip, and instead of flow, you get bulk. But here's the good news. You don't need to wear tight or clingy tops to look amazing. You just need the right kind of structure, the kind that works with your shape, not against it. One beautiful solution: empire waist tops. These sit just under the bust, not at the waist, drawing the eye to your ribcage, which is usually the narrowest part of an apple-shaped body. This subtle trick gives you shape without clinging. Pair that with a gentle flare or soft drape below, and you instantly create balance and length. Another great option is side ruching, that gathered, slightly wrinkled effect along the side seams. It's flattering, forgiving, and incredibly elegant. Ruching smooths over the midsection without adding bulk, and the texture tricks the eye into seeing a more sculpted shape. Also, look for tops with vertical seam lines or subtle pleats down the front. These details draw the eye up and down, not across, which naturally elongates your torso and slims the waist visually. Even soft tailoring, like princess seams or a slight align shape, can give your outfit structure while still keeping you cool and comfortable. And don't forget the fabric. Avoid stiff materials that stand away from the body. They tend to exaggerate width. Instead, choose light, breathable fabrics like cotton voile, rayon blends, or even stretch linen that gently follow your shape without hugging it. So the next time you're tempted by that oversized boxy blouse, pause and ask yourself, is it hiding what I want to celebrate? Because your shape, yes, even your tummy, deserves to be dressed with intention and grace, not hidden under a shapeless square. Mistake number 2: tucking in everything, especially with high-waisted pants. Verena had heard all the style tips about the French tuck. It was everywhere in fashion magazines, blogs, and YouTube try-on hauls. The idea sounded perfect in theory. Tuck just the front of your shirt into your waistband to define your shape without looking too fussy. So, she tried it. She stood in front of the mirror, her top half neatly tucked into her high-waisted linen trousers, and she waited for the magic. But instead of looking polished, she looked compressed. Her waist vanished. Her torso looked even shorter. Her bust and tummy seemed like they were sitting right on top of each other. The proportions just fell off, and so did her confidence. Here's the thing many women over 60 with a short torso or apple shape quickly discover. The French tuck isn't one size fits all. When you have a short torso, especially if your midsection is fuller, tucking in your tops, especially into high-waisted pants, can easily cut your body in half. It draws attention right to the area you may want to soften, and it interrupts the vertical flow of your figure. This is particularly true with summer clothes, when lighter fabrics and shorter lengths can make balance even trickier. A tight tuck with a structured waistband might look crisp on someone with a longer waist, but on someone like Verena, it felt like the outfit was squeezing her from the middle. And the visual effect, it actually made her look shorter and rounder, the exact opposite of what she was going for. So what's the better approach? Let's start with the idea of flow over forced shape. Instead of trying to create a waist with a tuck, look for tops that naturally fall at or just below your hip bone, especially ones with a slight curve or soft shape through the body. These blouses don't hug the tummy, but they don't overwhelm it either. Think of a lightweight cotton pope-over top or a gently flared linen tunic that ends mid-hip. It elongates the torso and smooths the midsection without looking bulky or sloppy. Another wonderful option for summer, tops with subtle design tricks like front knot hems or curved shirt tails. A built-in twist at the hemline or an asymmetrical drape can offer the same visual interest as a tuck, without the bunching or waistband drama. These features gently shape the body and help you avoid that chopped-in-half effect. You can also play with layered lengths. If you like some coverage but still want definition, try layering a longer, open third piece like a breezy vest or sleeveless duster over a fitted tank or a softly draped top. This keeps your vertical line long and uninterrupted while still giving you the confidence of coverage where you want it. And let's not forget bottoms. If you're wearing high-waisted pants and you do want to tuck occasionally, go for a partial or angled tuck, just a tiny section off center. This creates a softer transition from top to bottom without highlighting the waistband directly across your middle. At the end of the day, style is not about following trends blindly. It's about knowing what enhances your body, not someone else's. The tuck can be a lovely tool, but for women like Verena, it often works against the body instead of with it. And the real trick, dressing in a way that allows you to feel taller, freer, and more yourself without trying so hard. So the next time you're tempted to tuck it in, ask yourself, does this add confidence or take it away? Because if it's the latter, there's always a softer, more flattering alternative waiting for you. Mistake number 3: choosing fabrics that cling. Verena loved summer for its warmth. The long walks in the garden, the breeze through open windows, but she dreaded dressing for it. The moment the heat and humidity hit, her clothes started clinging like a second skin. At first, she thought it was just part of aging, maybe this was what clothes felt like now. But deep down, she knew it wasn't right. Every step she took, her blouse stuck to her back, her dress bunched at the sides, and the outline of her bra and everything else was visible to the world. Clingy fabrics are a hidden enemy for many women over 60, especially those with a rounder midsection or apple shape. Thin, slinky materials like jersey knits, polyester blends, or stretchy viscose may feel soft when you put them on, but they have a way of magnifying everything you'd rather minimize. Instead of draping gently over your shape, they grip, they hug, they gather in the very places you're trying to smooth out. And here's the kicker. They tend to emphasize movement, which means every step you take draws more attention to your midsection than you might be comfortable with. You shouldn't have to spend your day adjusting, tugging, or layering just to feel at ease. So how do you find comfort and confidence in summer fabrics? It starts with texture. Textured fabrics like slub cotton, gauze, crepe, or even crinkled linen naturally skim over the body. They have built-in visual interest. which distracts from lines and lumps, and they hold their shape better than thin, slippery materials. A slightly structured cotton linen blend can give you that breathable feel without clinging to your curves or revealing every little detail underneath. And don't underestimate the power of airflow. Fabrics like cotton lawn or chambray allow air to circulate, which keeps your skin cooler and your clothes from sticking. These options not only feel better in the heat, they look better too. They help create a gentle silhouette, one that flatters without suffocating. Also, consider how the fabric moves. When you sit, stand, or walk, your clothing should move with you, not wrap around you like plastic wrap. That elegant swish of a linen tunic or the graceful sway of a structured align dress is much more flattering than a body-hugging tank or clingy maxi dress. And remember, opacity matters. Many thin fabrics are not just clingy, they're also see-through. Choosing a double-layered cotton or lined dress can help you feel more secure, more polished, and less exposed. You deserve to feel comfortable in your skin and your clothes. Summer doesn't have to mean sacrificing confidence. With the right fabrics, you can stay cool, covered, and completely at ease without a single tug or tug back. So next time you're shopping or choosing your outfit for the day, run your fingers along the fabric. Ask yourself, will this flow or will it cling? Because how something feels when you wear it matters just as much as how it looks. Mistake number 4: avoiding prints completely. Verena's closet used to be a sea of solid colors, mostly black, beige, and the occasional navy. She believed, like many women do, that prints were risky, bold florals, too loud, stripes, too revealing, patterns, a guaranteed spotlight on the one area she was trying to minimize: her tummy. So, year after year, she avoided them altogether, telling herself solids were safer, more age-appropriate, and less noticeable. But what Verena didn't realize was that by avoiding prints completely, she was missing out on one of the most powerful and forgiving style tools available to her. The truth is, the right print can be a gift. A well-placed pattern doesn't just add personality and interest to your outfit, it can visually blur, soften, and even distract from the very areas you feel self-conscious about. Especially for women with a rounder midsection or apple-shaped body, prints can break up the visual space in a way that smooths over curves rather than emphasizing them. It's all about choosing prints that work for your body, not against it. Small to medium-sized prints like scattered florals, light abstract shapes, or soft watercolor patterns can add movement and depth without overwhelming your frame. These designs don't scream for attention, they invite the eye to move fluidly, instead of settling on any one area. Diagonal patterns, especially those that angle downward from the shoulders or waist, are particularly flattering for short torsos. They guide the eye in a lengthening direction, creating a sense of height and flow that helps balance your overall silhouette. Even subtle vertical prints like a fine ikat or a vertical leaf motif can elongate the body and provide that flattering drape you may be missing in a solid block of color. And don't underestimate the power of placement. Prints that are denser at the top and fade as they move downward or vice versa can strategically draw attention where you want it. For instance, a printed blouse with a darker background and scattered detail at the shoulders naturally lifts the eye, balancing a fuller middle without making you feel like you're on display. Color also plays a role. Prints don't have to be bright or bold. If you're print shy, try a soft tone-on-tone pattern like ivory on cream, blush on rose, or charcoal on slate. These give you the benefits of a print movement, camouflage, elegance while keeping your overall look subtle and refined. Verena eventually tried a lightweight summer top in a soft coral print, something she would have never considered before. It had a gentle curve at the hem and a spaced-out floral that danced across the fabric. The moment she put it on, something shifted. She didn't just feel covered, she felt vibrant, pulled together, herself. So if you've been avoiding prints out of fear they'll draw the wrong kind of attention, think again. The right print can be your quiet confidence, your softness, your style signature. It's not about hiding, it's about dressing with intention and giving your outfit and yourself room to bloom. Mistake number 5. Flat shoes that break the line of the leg. For years, Verena swore by her flat shoes. Comfortable, practical, easy to slip on, they were her everyday go-to, especially in the warmer months. She had a trusted pair of beige ballet flats she wore with everything: capris, maxi dresses, linen pants. But every time she saw a photo of herself, something looked off. Her legs looked shorter than they were, her posture looked slumped, even when she was standing tall, and her outfits, no matter how elegant, just didn't look finished. She assumed it was just part of getting older, that style had to take a back seat to comfort. But what she didn't realize was that those safe, flat shoes were quietly sabotaging her proportions. Many women over 60 with a short torso or apple shape experience the same thing. They do all the right things up top: flattering tops, breathable fabrics, great accessories, but then throw it all off with a shoe that visually cuts the leg or adds bulk around the ankle. It's a small mistake with a surprisingly big impact. The most common culprit: rounded toe flats with thick soles or ankle straps. While they may seem subtle, these design details can visually stop the line of your leg, making you appear shorter and less balanced. For someone with a fuller midsection or a compact torso, that break in proportion draws the eye downward and reduces the elongating effect that's so important in styling. And if the shoes are a stark contrast in color, like dark shoes with bare legs, it emphasizes the break even more. The result: a stumpy, bottom-heavy look that doesn't reflect the elegance you're aiming for. But here's the beautiful fix: choose shoes that extend the line of your leg, not interrupt it. Pointed toe flats are a graceful, timeless option. That small taper at the toe naturally lengthens your foot and gives the illusion of longer legs, no heel required. Go a step further with V-cut vamp shoes, which dip slightly lower in the front and show more of the top of the foot. This draws the eye upward and lengthens the leg line beautifully. Nude-toned shoes are also a secret weapon. Look for shades that closely match your skin tone, whether that's cream, taupe, caramel, or mocha, to create a seamless visual flow from leg to foot. This trick is especially powerful when wearing dresses, skirts, or ankle-length pants. And if you're open to a slight lift, try a low-wedge sandal or block-heeled slingback. These give you height and polish without sacrificing comfort or stability. A 1-inch lift can make a remarkable difference in posture, balance, and the overall finish of your look. It's also worth paying attention to ankle straps. If you love them, go for ones that sit lower and diagonally, rather than straight across the ankle. Or better yet, choose styles with slingbacks or dorset, cuts that expose more of the foot and ankle without visually chopping the leg. Verena eventually swapped her old flats for a soft, blush-tone V-cut loafer, and it changed everything. Her legs looked longer, her outfits more refined, and she walked with a new ease and elegance. Shoes may be the last thing you put on, but they're the foundation of your outfit's silhouette. So next time you're slipping into your go-to pair, ask yourself, are these finishing the look or flattening it? Because when comfort meets smart design, that's when your style truly stands tall. Mistake number 6. Layering the wrong way. Verena loved the idea of layering. It felt safe, a way to finish an outfit while covering the areas she felt unsure about, especially her tummy. She had a drawer full of lightweight cardigans and a few longer jackets she thought were doing her a favor, but when she saw herself in photos or past a store window, she didn't see elegance, she saw bulk. The layers were supposed to give her confidence; instead, they made her look heavier, wider, and shorter. She didn't realize it then, but she was layering defensively, not intentionally, and like so many women over 60, she thought the more fabric she added, the more her midsection would disappear. But in reality, those bulky, shapeless layers were doing the exact opposite. They were swallowing her shape, hiding her natural proportions, and adding visual weight where none was needed. It's a common styling trap, using heavy, thick, or unstructured layers to mask the midsection, especially for apple shapes. But in warmer weather, this mistake becomes even more noticeable. Summer clothing is naturally lighter and more revealing, so layering the wrong way can make an otherwise breezy outfit feel clunky and overwhelming. So what's the solution? It's not about stopping layering, it's about strategic layering. Instead of bulky cardigans or stiff jackets, opt for pieces that offer both coverage and flow. Think soft kimono-style dusters, open vests with clean lines, or sleeveless long-line tops that create a vertical drape. These items don't just add polish, they elongate the body, create movement, and soften the midsection without drawing attention to it. The key is structure without stiffness. Look for pieces that have some shape built in, like a slight taper at the waist or seams that follow the natural curve of the body, but that don't cling or weigh you down. A well-cut linen vest with side slits, or a chiffon duster that moves gently as you walk, can give you that sense of lightness and elegance, all while skimming over the tummy area with grace. Another layering mistake is covering up too much at once, for example, wearing long sleeves over a tunic, then adding another layer on top. This creates unnecessary volume in multiple areas and removes the sense of proportion. Instead, try layering over a sleeveless or short-sleeved base to keep your arms light and the focus upward. You'll look more balanced and feel cooler too. Color also plays a role. A light outer layer in a neutral or soft hue can visually recede, helping to break up your shape in a flattering way, especially when worn over a slightly deeper or patterned base. This draws the eye inward and creates that long, vertical line every stylist loves. Eventually, Verena discovered a soft ivory kimono jacket with delicate embroidery and a gentle flare. It instantly elevated her simple tank and pants outfit, not by hiding her, but by enhancing her. She didn't feel buried in fabric anymore, she felt seen in the best way. Layering should feel like a quiet enhancement, not a heavy disguise. The right piece can pull your entire outfit together, frame your body with elegance, and offer comfort without compromise. So next time you reach for a cardigan just to cover up, pause, choose something with intention, with movement, with shape. Because when you layer the right way, you're not hiding, you're highlighting everything that makes your style ageless. Mistake number 7: ignoring proportions, top to bottom balance. Verena couldn't quite put her finger on it. Her outfit was made up of all the right pieces, nothing too tight, colors she loved, comfortable fabrics, and yet, when she looked in the mirror, something felt off. She didn't look taller or leaner. In fact, the outfit seemed to shorten her frame and make her tummy more noticeable than it actually was. She was wearing a long, loose top over a pair of cropped pants, a common summer pairing. But here's what was really happening. Her outfit was unintentionally cutting her body into awkward halves. The long top weighed down her torso, while the short pants visually cut off her legs. The result? Her natural proportions disappeared, and her shape looked heavier and more compact than it really was. This is one of the most overlooked style mistakes women over 60 make, especially those with apple shapes or shorter torsos. It's not about the individual pieces, it's about how those pieces work together in harmony. When your top and bottom don't balance, it throws off your silhouette, even if each item is flattering on its own. So how do you fix this? Think in thirds, not halves. Dividing your outfit into visually pleasing thirds instead of wearing one long piece over a shorter bottom helps create the illusion of a longer body and a more balanced figure. For example, a tunic that ends at the upper thigh paired with slim-fitting pants creates a clean, uninterrupted line. It adds length to your legs while keeping your upper body softly draped. Alternatively, you can pair a shorter, gently structured top with a longer meaty skirt or high-rise, wide-leg pants. This reverses the focus, bringing the eye upward while allowing your bottom half to flow. It's especially effective if you want to draw attention away from the midsection and highlight your posture, neckline, or accessories. Another trick is layering strategically. A long, open duster worn over a column of color, such as a matching top and bottom, creates a vertical visual line that balances your proportions without clinging or adding bulk. This type of outfit feels graceful and effortless, like you're floating instead of fighting your clothes. It's also important to be mindful of where your tops end. A shirt that stops at the widest part of your hips or mid-tummy can emphasize that area, whereas one that ends slightly above or below creates a more flattering silhouette. High-low hems, curved hems, and angled cuts can work wonders here, giving movement and length without the heaviness of a straight horizontal line. Even your shoes can help with proportion, adding a bit of lift with a low wedge or pointed flat elongates the leg, while choosing nude tones or styles that don't cut off the ankle helps keep your vertical line intact. Verena eventually tried a soft, curved hem tunic with slim, ankle-length pants and a pair of light tan loafers, and suddenly, her reflection made sense. She looked taller, more put together, and more confident, and the best part, she hadn't changed her body, only the balance of her outfit. So if you've ever stood in front of the mirror and thought, why doesn't this look right? It might just be a proportion issue. Small tweaks in length, layering, or hemline can dramatically shift how you see yourself and how the world sees you. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like something was off but couldn't quite tell what? Let me know in the comments what's your trick to dressing your shape in summer. Let's learn from each other. For most of her life, Verena believed that dressing well meant changing her body, shrinking it, hiding it, apologizing for it. Every outfit was a silent negotiation. Will this cover my tummy? Will this make me look smaller? Will people notice less of me today? But something changed when she stopped asking those questions and started asking new ones. How do I want to feel in this? What do I love about my shape today? What makes me feel beautiful? It wasn't instant, but over time, Verena realized that her body had never been the issue. The issue was the message she'd absorbed, that fashion was only for the young, the thin, or the flawless, that after a certain age, after gravity had its say and the mirror grew more critical, style had to fade into the background. But she began to see that real style, lasting, powerful, joyful style doesn't come from following trends or hiding flaws. It comes from embracing your now. And here's the truth. Every wrinkle, every curve, every shift in your body over time is not something to fix. It's proof of a life lived. You've earned your shape, and it deserves to be dressed with intention, beauty, and confidence. You don't need to wear clothes that hide you. You need pieces that move with you, that speak for you, that celebrate the exact woman you are in this season of life. You deserve clothes that highlight your favorite features, that bring out your glow, and that give you ease, not stress, when you get dressed in the morning. Summer doesn't have to be the season you dread. It can be the season you reintroduce yourself to the world, not as someone trying to disappear, but as someone standing tall, walking free, and feeling seen. Style isn't about impressing others, it's about expressing yourself. And self-expression doesn't have an expiration date. In fact, the older we get, the clearer it becomes. Confidence is the most beautiful thing you can wear. So if you've been waiting for the right body, the right season, or the right moment to dress the way you've always wanted, let this be your sign. You don't have to change you. You only need to dress for you, right here, right now. If this video helped you see your summer style in a new light, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with a beautiful woman in your life. You're not too old, too round, or too short, you're just getting started.